Welcome everybody to the Daytona NASCAR series with the Xfinity cars from Daytona International Speedway. Got 50 laps. I'm joined tonight by Matt Knight. Matt, how's it going?
Good, Joe. Good, Joe. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, man. Having some technical difficulties with Streamlabs right now, but we're working through it, I think. We'll see how that works out here in a second. See if it stays up now. Looks like it's doing pretty well. Looks like we're pretty stable. So hopefully it stays that way. And they're rolling, and maybe we can get through the grid real quick. See if we can do that real quick. Starting on the pole is going to be Kevin Spencer in the 96 machine, Art Milne in the second spot, Jarrett Tomlinson in third, Garrett White in fourth. Logan Shore is going to start in the fifth spot, while Brady Floyd in that sixth spot from Extreme Racing. Seventh is going to see Felix Butcher, eighth Greg Wood, ninth Bryn George, 10th Jeffrey Belk. James Batzer rolling off 11th, and Aaron Mulrooney 12th. 13th is going to be Wes Gallo, Brian Fielder in that 14th spot, Ian Martin starting in that 15th spot, Adam Needham 16th, Jaden Carter 17th, Clayton White 18th, and rounding out the field in the 19th spot, Wes Bryan in the number 31. All right, looks like we're looking pretty good now. Stream is stable again. We'll see how stable as we move through the night, but we're going to try. So, Matt, what you know about some super speedway racing?
Well, there is going to be a time where you're going to have to lift and pucker.
That's right. As the pace car truck dips off, and we're racing the 96 machine of Kevin Spencer with a decent start here. That 88 machine's following right behind. That outside line looks lined up, though. We'll see if they get a good run here to come through the short chute into turn one. No room for the 88 to get up. Almost a wreck already. And the sun is starting to set here at Daytona International Speedway as they motor down the backstretch. The 96 starting to get a little push from that 88 now, and definitely showing some speed up front.
You know, Joe,
oh, one wrecking.
A little bit.
We got one wrecking.
Got a wreck on the back.
Stay green, though. Looks like they lost him, but they stayed green. That 15 machine down to the front now. Out to the point is Art Milne. And what were you going to say, Matt, before they were wrecking there?
Well, I was just going to ask you, you see how close that outside line is? Oh, there's the caution.
Caution is out. Let's see if we can
one of the things that I've...
go back and check that thing out.
Let's find out who we got in there. I know the 7 was involved.
There's a couple cars involved in this one. And we'll go the chopper for it. And bring the race back in, and here we go. You're gonna see a little push, I think, from the 7 up the track here. I'm not positive, but I think that's what's gonna happen here. Yep, into the side of the 55, comes back across the track in front of the 4 car. Tough break for the 7 and the 07. I'm sorry, that was the 07. 7 and 07 getting into each other there at the end of that 55. I don't know if James Batzer just didn't know he was there or what was going on the outside there, but see him move up the track here. Door. Back across the nose of the 07. 07. And they're wrecking. All right, back to live. As we look at Art Milne. And actually, Art Milne's going to be at the point now. Some guys took some pit stops. It looks like 13th on back, hit pit road on that one. We had some weather rolling through this week in this area, and it's causing lots of ruckus up in the Northeast from what I hear. How about you, Matt?
I've talked to a couple people from Pennsylvania today that had over a foot of snow. Down at Virginia Beach, it looks great. I know you're up Gloucester. You didn't get anything, did you?
No, it was flooding, but that was about it down here.
Yeah, it's a little wet, but
All right, as we get ready here on this rolling restart in a minute. Meanwhile, I'm gonna bring in the sponsor for tonight's race, and that is Equipment Geek. Go ahead and check them out. They are the flagship sponsor for the Daytona NASCAR series. Check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/equipmentgeek, I believe. And I think that's the info for it. All right. As the pace truck lights are still on currently. I'm going to step aside for one moment while we make sure we got these things straightened out. All right, we're back with you now. The pace truck lights are off, and the cars are getting ready to restart here as we roll down the back stretch and into turns 3 and 4. Art Milne's going to start off on the inside line while Kevin Spencer's still holding tight on that outside line in that Stanford machine, or North Carolina State. I can't tell which one it is, but I think it's the 96 either way. Garrett White in the 3rd spot and Brady Floyd in that 4th spot, 2nd row, as these cars get revved up and ready to roll. The pace truck dips off. Green flag is out, and Art Milne. Decent start on the outside for Kevin Spencer as well. And they're rolling. They motor through turns 1 and 2.
boy, 15 should get a big push here. No, he's going to go on outside of him.
Yeah, Garrett White to the point now. Almost 8 miles an hour faster there from that huge push from the 88 Krispy Kreme machine of Jarrett Tomlinson. Jarrett Tomlinson's going to duck in behind him. That leaves Kevin Spencer up there by himself again. Got the 20 now, pulling up Brady Floyd. Going to give him a little help. And here comes Kevin Spencer on that outside line. Let's see what he's got for him as they move toward the front here. Got to be NC State, considering he's from Fayetteville. Really good push coming from that 20 machine. Got to get about 3 or 4 cars lined up on that outside line to really have a shot at this thing, though, on the bottom after the bottom line gets going. Oh, we got another big. Oh, the big one. That's going to be the big one tonight. And the yellow's out at lap 7 again. And that's going to bring in our Wreckage Rewind, brought to you by Equipment Geek.
Joe, do they have quick repairs, fast repairs?
They do, I believe. Yep. They have one, I believe, in this league. One quick repair.
And I'm sure no one wants to use it on lap 7 or 8.
You know that. That's for sure. And this is just a product of the type of racing it is here. This looks like it might be a little bit of racing deal, maybe pushing at the wrong spot in the corner here. But let's take a look at it. Go in slow-mo. Yep, just hitting in the wrong spot in the middle of the corner there. The 69 gets turned because somebody got in the left rear quarter panel of him there. Like it might have been the 8. You can roll it back one more time. Go on board with the 8 and just see what he sees in that moment. He is getting a good shove from the 06 here through the corner, so maybe that had something to do with it. What do you think?
I'm listening to him on the radio here, and that's exactly what they're saying.
Yep. We'll go ahead and look at it here. George is getting a shove from behind, so he can't really slow himself down here. That's just a racing deal. Sometimes those things happen. It's tough. But you can definitely see the difference in speed there.
Yeah, you could tell right there. He got turned from behind at the same time.
Yep. So lap 9. And it looks like our leader must have hit pit road. Art Milne? No, he didn't hit pit road. Wonder what happened at the front there. But Garrett White at the point now with the 88 machine. I guess they were clear on the outside line. Maybe that was probably how they got to that point. And then the 96 and 20 there too. But Aaron Mulrooney has hit the pit road for the second time tonight, as well as Adam Needens. Logan Shore still only had his one, and we know he was caught up in that last one. Looks like he's staying out here. Not much damage to that 69 machine. Ian Martin going by in the picture there. Looks like the 3 machine's going to get a wave by here. That'd be Jaden Carter. He might be biding his time here. Pace truck lights are off, and man, we got some junked cars out there, and we're getting short on cars on the field here. Looks like they got about 10 up at the front here. I don't know if some guys are going to be hitting pit road, and that's why. Like, Ian Martin hit pit road at one point. Yep, and here these guys come off behind him. So you got Felix Butcher, Ian Martin, and James Batzer, as well as Bryn George in that 8 machine, and Brian Fiedler, Aaron Mulrooney in that 14 machine, while the 06 of Clayton White comes on by. All these guys still on the lead lap, so I guess we do have about 18 cars on the lead lap. Some guys with some serious damage there at the back, though. So a little bit of pit strategy, there. What's up, Eddie? Welcome.
How's it going, man?
Oh, it's going. We've had some Streamlabs issues tonight, and I think we got it rolling pretty good now. And they're on their second caution at 10 laps, so pace truck is in. And Garrett White gets a good start here. Jarrett Tomlinson on the outside line. Garrett White getting a good push from Kevin Spencer, the admin of this here league, on the inside line. We'll see how they do going into turns 1 and 2. It looks like the 3 cars on the bottom side are going to really have the momentum here coming off of turns 1 and 2 and down the backstretch. We'll see if anybody jumps out to the middle. Oh, we're 3 wide at the second lane. Man. That 20 car out by himself. The 88 not looking to push just yet. And as they come down the front stretch here, we got Garrett White's going to lead that lap with Kevin Spencer right on his tail. Meanwhile, Martin Milne and Brady Floyd starting to get a good push on the inside line. Brady Floyd to the outside with the 88 starting to give him a shove. That 88 machine of Jarrett Tomlinson again.
Joe, you see how close like the 2 leaders
Oh, they're
are
wrecking
right
again. They are wrecking again.
Now you're hearing some frustration over the radio.
I bet. I can imagine.
What I was saying, Joe, is when you get real close together like that, nose to tail, talk a little bit about how difficult it is for the trailing car to be able to see where he's going.
Well, not only can you have that whole not being able to see thing, right? But you also the car's moving around a lot, right? So you're looking down at the steering wheel, you're looking at different parts of the car in front of you to make sure that you're holding a good line, you're following, and you don't really think about what's even in front of the car in front of you. And it's something you have to consciously be aware of is that checkup for the guy in front of you. And here we're going to see a little bit of something like that. And so if you look at that and you analyze it, this starts with the 88 pushing the 20, but the 20 also pinching down, and the 88's just following along, right? And you'll see here, he gets kind of lost in that whole feeling of following along, right? Following the guy in front of you. And he gets into the side of the 24. And this early in the race, really not beneficial to run that close to each other in the straightaways.
No, and I found the closer I get to the car in front of me, the less air is getting over those front tires too. Kind of the front of the car wants to wiggle side to side.
And coming off the corner, you're going to see the 24 push up the track here too. And that's a common thing at Daytona for the bottom cars to really just push up off that yellow line just a little bit. So if you come down at the same time they're coming up, which is I think kind of what happens here. And yep, that'll cause it every time. So the outside line's kind of got to open up just a little bit off the corners. Make that thing keep going straight. And the 15 is now on pit road. 88 as well. The 20 machine. All involved in that wreck there. Eddie, you logged in yet?
I'm just looking for somebody sharing their screen.
Oh, I thought I was sharing it. Any sharing? My bad.
It's not shared, buddy. You being stingy.
You know what happened? When it crashed, it crashed for everybody.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was having some issues tonight too, but
Hey, no worries. Thanks for jumping in and fulfilling your duties as my co-broadcaster. We got Matt Knights in the building as well, helping out tonight. So you got 3 broadcasters up in the booth. That's fun.
absolutely.
I don't want you guys to look now, but Ian Martin up 11 positions. Biggest mover of the race right now into that 4th spot. Right
Yeah,
behind him, you
out.
got Aaron Mulrooney, seven spots up, so second most. Watch for those guys to work together, too. I'm sure they both know they were fastest movers in this first 14-lap stint here. I think some of them are going to hit pit road again. Jeffrey Belk, Brian George, Brandon Fiedler, all on pit road. Garrett Tomlinson coming off pit road right now. He's trying to beat that pace car off, which he does. That'll give him the
That's probably a good indicator that he already used his fast repair, huh?
Oh, yeah. As you can see in game time, it's 2024, which is 8:24 p.m. 4-mile-per-hour wind, 45 degrees, 64 degrees Fahrenheit, 45-degree wind direction, 64 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's clear out, 67-degree track temperature, which is super, super cool. Nighttime, that'll do it, I guess.
Absolutely. I just love this overlay, man. It's nice.
Yeah, sure is. I like it. Fun. We can even show you guys where people are on track. Fun. Let's see. That'll let you know where that 14, sorry, the 07, the 31, the 20, all those guys at the back there trying to get around and get this thing caught up before they go green as the pace truck is coming off of turn 4. They better motor it. They're still in the middle of the backstretch. Pace truck's off in a second, and the 15 is just now getting through turn 4. But that'll give you Kevin Spencer and Garrett White at the front here. Garrett White on the inside. And it's a dead heat at the start here.
Yeah, Ian Martin on the outside. He's a pretty good pusher, but everybody knows he wants to be in front, so he's going to push that person until he's got his chance to get around him.
That's true. He's going to put that bumper to him. He's got James Batzer, one of his good buddies from the Ice Racing Street Stock League, and Mason Dixon racing right behind him. So those guys are used to working together at times. '96 of Kevin Spencer clears to the front. Now Ian Martin out by himself. Did Batzer get to his bumper and give him a push here? We're about to see.
It might be a little too late.
Yeah. He might need some help up there, though.
Yeah.
So that outside line really losing the energy, but now it's going to start to come back as Batzer closes Ian's bumper and he's got the 06 pushing him.
I mean, now's a pretty good time in the race to find out how long it takes you to get back up there, too, so.
And it sure is. We're going to go on board here with James Batzer. Just look at what it's like to push somebody, especially on that outside line. You see, he's going to want to open it up off the corner. You can kind of hear him out of the throttle at times during the corner. But look how hard it is, left and right, left and right. Sawing on the wheel, trying to figure out how to pass, or not how to pass, but how to hold that line.
Yeah, when you go into the corners, man, you're behind somebody like that. You get real nervous because you can't really see where they're going, so you have to kind of blindly follow the person in front of you and hope they know where they're going.
And not to mention, iRacing's been messing with the drafts between the wall cushion and all of that stuff. He's really starting to move these cars around a little bit, too. As we see, Ian Martin's clear up to the front now. Is he going to stay out with Batzer? No, he did stay up. He thought about going down, but I think if he went down, Batzer would have went with him and probably taken himself out. That was close. We've seen that happen a bunch.
It's one of those things, man. Sometimes you think you're clear and you're not. And you go across the nose of somebody and feel bad for the whole situation.
Batzer with a little side draft there on that right rear quarter panel of the 96. That's going to give Ian Martin the lead. Or not. And I thought he had it. Kevin Spencer fighting back on that inside line. As they're coming up on a lap car, that could be could spell danger here. No matter what, gets you nervous at Daytona for sure. Ian Martin's Ian Martin's using that third car there for a little bit of a pull. That's going to help him get all the way to the point here. Batzer was not clear.
That made me nervous.
You can see the difference here as we watch on board the guy who's leading and the guy who's versus the guy who was just pushing a second ago. Let's look back from the leader now. Spencer not really leaning on Ian Martin at the front. That's going to give a chance for Batzer to get a good push on the outside from the 14 now and challenge Ian for the lead coming down the backstretch. Man, they're ripping. They double
14.
Past him.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, that 14 looks like he's a pretty good pusher. He looks like he's got that figured out. Aaron Mulrooney.
Aaron has showed power in the past, and like I said earlier, he was one of our top movers a minute ago behind Ian. Now Aaron don't want nothing to do with pushing Batzer. He's going to jump back out to that outside line and get a push from the 55.
All these Christmas-themed cars, man. I love it.
Yeah, Christmas theme for sure. Oh, Batzer pushes up off the corner just a little bit there. We are officially just over a week from Christmas. Mulrooney to the point.
.31 looked like he was going to take a 3 wide there for a second, but thought better of it.
Yep, as we pull in that battle box, you can see the top 7 are within 0.3 seconds of each other from top to bottom. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it just means there's no room for error, man. You make one mistake and it can be over so fast. It's insane.
Aaron Mulrooney doing a really good job on that bottom line. Batzer giving him a great push. Really keeping that bottom line going. But here comes that outside line, that 55 and 31 of Wes Bryan now. Really giving a great shove to the 55 machine of Jeffrey Belk. He's clear right now. Not clear. He had him by the nose, but he wasn't clear. And they're going to be coming up on Wes Gallo, another lap car in about 12 seconds. I don't know if he's on pit road or not. No, he's definitely rolling. But they're coming down him fast.
Yeah, if you're a single car, man, you can't compete with the draft. You get a pack of cars, it's insane.
Yeah, the speed they carry when they come past you is just wild.
It is.
On board now with the 31. You're going to see a different type of pusher here on that outside line. Everybody has their own way of doing it. I've been watching him, though. It really kind of backs that corner up. He doesn't want to push in the middle of the corner. It's only almost halfway right now, so he's thinking smartly, like no reason to push in the corner. Now he's going to push a little bit of shove here for Wes Bryan on Jeffrey Belk down the backstretch. That's going to give Belk a good run. Not going to be enough into the corner, though, to clear the 14. Now he'll back off just a little bit here in the corner. But he's staying a little closer now. Maybe he's getting a little bit more antsy to get this thing done.
Yeah, I looked at West Gallo.
Batser's really all over the place.
Yeah, he really is. He was off the apron and everything.
Yeah.
Like, man.
I don't know if he's running a high steering ratio or low steering ratio, whatever you want to call it. But look at him down the apron, up on the hill. If you're one of those guys at the front, that's like the scariest thing you can see.
Yeah, that car going back and forth.
Oh, and there he goes. And the caution is out. James Batser into the outside wall. That's going to bring in our 4th? Is that 4 now, Matt?
Yes. Yes, and just before that, you saw Ian Martin go up to the high line. I think that
that's one of those
zigzagging.
That's one of those things we talk about with Ian, where he can be a smart driver. He saw that coming. He felt that one. You know. And not only does he go out there, he goes way out there. As we bring it back in, you're going to see Ian Martin jumps up way high. Almost as though he's avoiding Batser. Look how high he is up the track. He's like, all right, I'm clear of him now. And the bats are into the 06. Let's go ahead and go into the chopper cam here and just see if who came up to who and how that really went down. It might have been a racing deal. They might have both got connected with each other there.
iRacing is known to do sometimes.
And 2 cars, 1 cup, and not going to work. 2 cars trying to fight for the same spot. Puts that 7 into the outside wall. It looked like maybe Batser came up a bit, but the 06 also came down a little bit there. Aggressive move from Ian, too. Maybe a little checkup from the 7 as well.
Yeah, you see somebody driving like that, it'll make you nervous.
Yeah, if you're going board with Batser there, I mean, you're on that low line here. Cruising along. Ian makes an aggressive move down. And I don't think, yeah. Can't really blame that on Batser. I probably would have been in that same position there, kind of up the track a little bit when somebody comes across, you know.
For sure.
Batser on pit road. Like he may have some repairs that have to be done as he shuts the car off. Mulrooney, our leader, though. I like to go to that in-car cam because it gives you a really good idea as a driver, you know, what you can really see. Because we can Monday morning quarterback these things from top reviews and rear chase cameras and all that stuff. But when you're in the car, sometimes things happen that you just don't see, that you wouldn't think that would be what happened.
For sure, you know, we have all these camera views to take advantage of, you know, and to kind of analyze everything, and you don't have access to that when you're rocketing these things around these tracks.
I ride it in VR. Man, I'll tell you what, it's a game changer. I was telling my brother this today. He bought a PC, just purchased it. He's got the steering wheel, got the whole setup. I was like, man, you got to get VR. It's a game changer. He's like, you know, I don't know if I want to spend it. And I'm like, listen, I'm telling you, once you've raced in VR, if your body can handle it, if it doesn't make it queasy, and you can put yourself in that car and be able to look left and right in the car, your whole world changes. I literally cannot race on the monitors anymore. I can't do it.
Yeah, I've got triple.
I tried it and I was ready to toss my lunch. I didn't make 30 seconds.
Man.
But I'll tell you what, just sitting there, it is pretty neat.
I'd say so. The feeling of immersion and everything, you're right there. So, it's got to be a whole lot different. I run the triples, and I've tried to run races in just single, and I can't do it. So I know what you're talking about as far as
Yeah.
not being able to go back to monitors.
Yeah, I had triples before, and I still have the triples set up for this. But man, I couldn't. I would at least have to have triples. I couldn't imagine having a single monitor. Man, that would be tough, real tough. As they come down the backstretch now into the corner here, I also run the butt kicker. Have you ever heard of those?
Yeah, I've actually looked into getting one for this new seat I got.
It's worth the money, I'll tell you that. And big news coming up soon. Might have something to do with a little butt kicking.
Oh,
14 comes off of turn 4 here, down through the short chute. We'll see that pace truck jump off, hopefully for the last time tonight, and see this thing through. Aaron Mulrooney, the 31 of West Bryan on the outside. Ian Martin giving Mulrooney a big shove down the front stretch.
they've got that outside line clear for sure, man. That was a big push.
See if Ian's patient here or not. Doesn't look like it. He's already looking for that line to come on that outside line. He's looking up, looking up, looking up. On the backstretch, he's pushing on Aaron. We'll see if he jumps up to that outside line as that 31 clears the 24 here. Not looking like it.
I think if he has some help, though, I think it's still a little bit too far back. If he had some help, if that outside
Off the
line
corner, here it comes. You feel it coming. There it is. Oh, the 24 goes with him. They're 3 wide at the front. Man, I love me some 3 wide racing, especially at the front. That 31 getting a heck of a run on the outside line with the 6 pushing him of Felix Butcher. 3 wide, 2 back. Yeah, buddy. I love it. That gets me amped up. Starting to lose his help there, the 31 did of the 6. 24 not able to close that gap to Ian Martin. That's going to really, really hurt that topside line if they don't close that up.
Topside looks like it's lost all the momentum as of right now.
Yeah, they sure did. Jeffrey Belk really leaning on the 14 now of Aaron Mulrooney. As that outside line starts to get formed back up, that 00 of Garrett White got Ian Martin closing. Ian not having nothing of it, goes 3 wide here. Great view. Let's see if he can make it stick on that outside line. Definitely got the help behind him. Not going to be enough, though. Not yet, anyway, as they run down the back stretch. Or, sorry, through the short chute of the front stretch. All right, look for that momentum now to come from that outside line.
Yeah, they'll have to get it together if they want to be up there with them.
.24 jumps up in front of Ian Martin. Ian back to the outside here.
Oh, contact.
As that 6 machine right on his back bumper. That one on the apron at the back of the pack, I don't know if that's going to be okay or not. We'll see. Felix Butcher really trying to help Ian here. Not getting anything going, though. As Jeffrey Belk at the front with Aaron Mulrooney. Just keeping him out front here. Now, if you're
Mulrooney and
oh, go ahead.
Mulrooney and Belk, they look like they got it hooked up pretty well.
Yeah, and if you're Mulrooney, you see that line coming, might want to throw a little block ski down. We'll see. Looks like he's going to hold tight on that bottom side. Muddy and then the 6 machine really get to the front now. That 6 is probably getting a little warm at this point, I think.
It's been pushing Ian for a minute there. I'd say that 55 is probably getting a little warm also. Because he seemed like he was pretty glued to that 14 and Mulrooney.
It's like you hit a wall sometimes when you get to that front pack there. You can see.
Yeah, I've been driving and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna pass them, we're gonna clear them, you know, and then it just seems like the momentum just stops, and you're like, man, that's it.
Yeah. And I sometimes I wonder what happens, right? Like, what happened to the air? We were flying, you know.
Right. That momentum just fizzles out.
The momentum fizzles out. Sawing on the wheel if you're the second or third car doesn't really help the front as well. It also will throw some air around on the back spoiler of the front car. So a lot of things could happen. Looks like they got it hooked up now and moving back forward. See what they have for him off the corner here. Usually that's when that outside line gets a run. I think Ian might get him at the line. We'll see. Man, that was a dead heat at the line. I'm not sure. He got him,
threw
though.
that side draft.
He got him.
I think that side draft got him.
Ian still tight on the 14 here through turns 1 and 2. The 6 machine of Felix Butcher really shoving on that 98. Belk comes back on the inside, though, to help out Mulrooney. Kind of split up that outside line. You can see the momentum here now on the bottom line through turns 3 and 4. Look at that side draft. Ooh. Mulrooney up the track a bit there. Almost lost it. Back on board with Butcher here as they come off the corner on the backstretch. And Eddie, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of times when you come off the corner there off of 2, if you drive it out to the wall as the leader, if you trust that guy behind you to follow you, you can get a really good run.
Yeah, it's in that open race we were in that one time, and man, we were absolutely flying.
And that's the scary thing, right? The only scary part about that is you gotta trust the people behind you, because if you don't trust them, they're going to take you inside, go 3 wide, and that really kills your momentum and puts you on that outside line. 20 car with a little blank there. Looks like that 6 car might be getting a little warm. You see him searching for air. Man, the 6 and the 55 got to be getting hot.
Yeah, they've been pushing quite a bit here lately.
I'd be looking for one of them to pop, honestly.
Yeah. Sometimes it'll do without warning, man. They'll just...
Yep.
I've been in a race, and you think you get all your damage fixed or whatever. I mean, I don't know if they have any damage or not, but You know, you can get all that fixed, and you're just cruising right along, thinking you're okay, and you can salvage something, and boop, tree gone.
And 6 all over the bumper of the 98 as they enter turns 1 and 2. Off of 3 and 4, little push from Mulrooney off of 4, or I'm sorry, off of turn 2 on the backstretch here. Belk with a good push. That kind of broke up the momentum the 98 had. 98 really squeezing down on the 20 there. Oh, that's going to wreck the 20 in front of the 6.
Oh, there they go.
That pinch is what did that one for sure.
And there we're at 10. We're coming to 10 to go this time by.
What was that, the 20 car? Greedy Floyd having some issues there. From the Chopper View, bringing this race. Wreckage Rewind brought to you by Equipment Geek. We're going to see here just Ian trying to keep that momentum by doing some side drafting and some pinching, and 10 to go. Things like this are going to happen when you start doing this kind of stuff. Pushing him down. A little bit of net code there. Go ahead and look at that one more time.
Man, Kevin Spencer did some wreck avoidance there. That's some good driving, Kevin.
We'll have to go ahead and look at him in a second. We'll go to the chase cam here. Maybe this will give us a better outlook as to what happens here. As you see that 20 car down pretty far on the yellow line. Really pinching him down. Got him down that apron and lost it. And up the track he goes. Then
Yeah, I was riding the wall.
Go back to the Spencer here and just see what he did, like you were saying. Let's see what he has for him.
Yeah, I went back and looked at his in car, man, and it's not a good feeling if you're in that position. You see all that going down in front of you. You got to make a decision. You got to make it fast.
Look at that drift.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he held it. He didn't go spinning with him.
Yeah, buddy. Great job getting through that one. Back to the front, Aaron Mulrooney, Jeffrey Belk, Ian Martin. Brandon Fiedler and that 39 machine sneaking into that top 5 now. Adam Needens, we've seen him up there pretty much all night. Looks like he's got some left rear damage on that machine. Kevin Spencer with the supreme maneuvering slides himself up into that 6th spot. Jarrett Tomlinson, that 88 machine. Looks like he got all his damage fixed after getting caught up in a wreck. Maybe he used his reset, it looks like, maybe.
Yeah, that car looks a lot better than it did earlier, for sure.
Yep, and Greg Wood in the 19. James Batzer in the 7 machine. Looks like he's got most of his damage taken care of as well. And rounding out the top 10 is Garrett White. That 00 machine. And we've seen him be pretty aggressive up there at the front. We'll see if he can get himself back up there from that 10th spot here on this restart.
So Joe, what lap do you start throwing blocks, brother?
And
You're in the loop.
I don't really throw blocks. I always find a different way to do it. I don't think I've ever really blocked to make it happen.
Yeah, I've never really thrown blocks either. I'm scared I'm gonna come across somebody else's nose and take us both out.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really thrown a block to make a win, right? So that tells me you can do it without doing that, right?
Absolutely.
Um,
Yeah, I'd rather stick with the guy that's pushing me and hope that he sticks with me.
I'll tell you what I
And
don't want to be. I don't want to be the car in first place coming into turn 3.
no, especially if there's an outside line and it's hooked up.
Right.
Absolutely not. Because you know they're going to have that aggressive side draft, and man,
And so I think that's probably why I've never had to throw in a block, because for the most part, I'm never that guy. I'm never in the first position with, coming out of the last corners. I'm usually in second or third. I put myself in that position on purpose. So we'll see. Let's see what Aaron Mulroney's got for him. 8 laps to go here. It's coming to 7 to go as they cross the line. Ian Martin starting in that third spot. Belk on the outside of the front row. That's going to really break up Aaron Mulroney and Jeffrey Belk now. There's some scattering behind him. Some damage on the rear of that 39 machine. I don't know if that's going to hamper his push here. Looks like he's doing okay right now.
Yeah, he was doing all right before the caution came out. I seen him on the inside line pushing pretty well.
Morgan versus 2 on that outside line. Man, they're all trying to get hooked up out there, pushing around Aaron Mulroney and Ian Martin. But Ian Martin sticking right there with Aaron as best he can. Nothing going for that 39 and 55 machine. Jeffrey Belk. Really got to open it up off the corners. You want to get that good run down the backstretch.
Kevin Spencer looks like he's going to try to add a little bit to the mix there.
Yeah, he sure is. He's going to tuck up real close to that 39 machine of Brandon Fiedler. Sorry about that banging noise. Somebody stepped into our room.
Yep. And I don't have any...
I muted him. We're good.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I was trying to get him out, but...
Looks like
Dayton
might have moved him as well. As the 14 now of Aaron Mulroney down the backstretch. Ian Martin still giving that good push on the inside line, the 55 and 39. Not giving up on that outside line just yet, but look who's joined the party now. The 88 machine of Jarrett Tomlinson coming from that 10th spot. We talked about him just before that restart.
Yeah, he's putting that new car to use, ain't he?
Mm-hmm. The 00 looking to the way outside line. Nobody going with him.
We've got 4 to go.
Sure do.
I think the intensity is about to crank up a little bit here.
It is getting very intense at the front as 55 of Jeffrey Belk really starting to pinch down just a little bit there.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier, man. Those closing laps, the side drafts get a little bit more aggressive.
Really watch that 55 and what he's trying to do there going through the corners. I only do it in the corners, sometimes through the dry oval, but not in the straightaways. I think it kills your momentum in the straightaways.
I usually try to do it coming off the corner, like in the middle of the corner, coming off the corner. But whenever I'm coming off, if I'm in the outside line, I'm going to try to get up next to that wall. That way they can't mess with the run.
You're going to see the momentum shift here. That outside line is going to start coming now. Here they come. And if they just hold a steady line, that thing will do way better than if they start swerving all over the place. They're looking like they're pretty lined up here from this chopper view, heading through 3 and 4. That's what it's going to take to win it. Now you got to really open the wheel up right about now. Start opening it up toward the wall. Get that space away from him. There you go. There it is. That's what you want from Jeffrey Belk. Maybe a little pinch coming to the line. Not enough there, but we'll see if he's got it on the next lap. 2 laps to go here from Daytona.
I think we're going to be in for a wild one here.
We're going to stay right in this chopper view because it's the best view on the track right now with what's going on.
Yeah, and another thing to think about going down the straightaways and stuff, if you're going back and forth on that steering wheel, you got to be scrubbing the speed off.
Garrett White in the 6 now to the outside. Watch for that outside line. I think that move was maybe a little premature. We'll see. And they're wrecking. No yellow?
It looks like
no yellow.
They
were close enough. No yellow thrown. They're going to continue on. They're going to race it out to the end. Ian Martin really giving a shove to that 14. He wants to get clear. He wants to get to that top side. It's not going to happen, though. The 55 of Jeffrey Belk with the 39 of Brandon Fiedler giving a good push down the backstretch. Let's see what they got for him through 3 and 4. That's where it's going to matter. They're coming, though. They can hold it together through 3 and 4 and really open it up here. There it is. Oh, buddy.
Going for it. They're wrecking again. The 39 and the 88.
Man, what a finish.
Across the line.
Let's go back real quick and just look at that one more time as they come to the line.
Can I get a black card?
Ian Martin by a nose for second. Jeffrey Belk third. Kevin Spencer fourth. Coming home fifth is going to be Greg Wood. A 19 machine. Didn't see him at all night. Comes in home top 5. Way to go.
Absolutely. You got Adam Needens in 6th. Jarrett Tomlinson in 7th. Bryn George in 8th. Jaden Carter in 9th. Brandon Fielder in 10th.
Yeah, next race is in 2021. The last
Then Brady Floyd comes home in 11th. Art Milne in 12th. Logan Shore in 13th. Clayton White in 14th. James Batzer in 15th. Felix Boucher in 16th. Wes Gallo in 17th. And Garrett White 18th. And to round out the field, we got Wesley Bryan in 19th.
Pretty sweet burnout from the 14 machine of Aaron Mulrooney. See if we can get some of them guys into the waiting room and get our top 3 interviewed, starting with Jeffrey Belk. Waiting for those guys. While we're waiting for them, a word from their sponsor. This series here is brought to you by Equipment Geek. Check him out on Facebook, Equipment Geek. Also, get with Kevin Spencer. He can lead you in the right direction. He's the admin for the Daytona NASCAR series. Also, if you're looking to race with these guys, they put on a decent show. A couple of silly wrecks, but good show overall.
Hey, Brady.
Just about every one race that I broadcasted with you guys, man, they've always had a pretty exciting finish like that.
Yep, that's true. So that this is also the schedule. These guys run every Thursday night. Server opens at 7:15 and qualifying runs off at 7:45. This is the last one until after the holidays. The next one we'll see you guys for these guys is in 2021 with 50 laps of the Cup cars, and then we're gonna enter the playoffs, round of 12, round of 8, round of 4. So that'll be cool as we get 2021 started on a Thursday, guys. Tomorrow night, you can check out the iRacing Superstock League, and Natalie Atman Weiss and Dustin Dean will bring that to you guys live here on Intensity Broadcasting. They're going to take you to, I believe it's going to be Talladega in the trucks, right?
It is. I'm looking forward to it.
And I'm supposed to race in that. I'm going to attempt to, but with all this hackathon stuff going on that the Russians are doing, I might not be able to be there.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It's tough stuff.
For sure,
right.
for sure.
Let's see here. Got guys in the waiting room now. We sure do. Jeffrey Belk. I'm gonna pull Jeffrey in here. Actually, probably gonna have to jump.
Honestly, for my cockpit, thought you came up, but I didn't know for sure. So
Yep, I'm gonna jump down and we'll talk to Jeffrey. Hey Jeffrey, it's Joe and Eddie in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, gotcha.
All right, man. You were putting the bumper to Aaron Mulrooney for many laps with Ian Martin on the outside. You guys get split up because of that last caution. You come home in that third spot. How'd it go from your standpoint?
It was a good race. We had some issues at the start, and we bounced back there at the end. Had Brandon pushing me coming to the line, and I thought I saw the 14 bobble, so I ran it up to the wall, and Brandon got under me, and that kind of caused a little bit of mishaps at the end.
Have we seen you guys pushing all night, man? Were you ever worried about the temperatures? Did they like not get too high or anything? Because me and Joe, we thought you and that other guy that was on the outside line, we thought you guys were going to pop at any minute as much as you guys were pushing.
Right before that last caution, I was starting to get a little toasty, but we weren't anywhere near actual overheating levels.
Gotcha. Must have had a little bit more space in there than what we thought.
Nice. Well, bringing it home in that third spot. Congratulations, Jeffrey. We'll see you in 2021 where you're going to try to come back and win one of these things, huh?
Oh, definitely. I want to get one.
All right. Have a good night.
Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Always Equipment Geek, Sports Star, Helmet Stalker, everyone for watching, and you guys for broadcasting.
Hey, man. Take care, Jeffrey. Next up, we got Ian Martin coming home second. Ian, you gave him hell all night long, but came up a little short. Trying to clear on that inside line there, coming to the flag. Just couldn't find the space. How'd it go?
Yeah, coming to the line there, I was trying to get the best finish possible. I had damage from the previous wreck. So I was just trying to survive, get the best finish I could. I know I've been in a must-win situation, but I think I've dug myself out of that hole after missing that first race. I came into tonight 16th in points. I think I might be in the top 12 now after tonight.
Well,
So
you got one more shot at that, I believe, before the round of 12 begins. So,
yep, sure do. I was just in case I can't pull off a win next race, I just want to be safe and try to get myself in on points. So just coming here, trying to get the best finishing position possible. I know I had one bump in with Brady there, a little like me and him neck coated a little bit.
Yeah, even with damaged car, man, you still were able to hold it up there, and seemed like you had some pretty good runs, and still seemed pretty strong. So congratulations.
Yeah, I could tell I didn't have the perfect car because I wasn't able to stay right on Aaron's bumper. I would push him and then he would pull me about a car length. So I knew if I didn't stay tucked in behind him, I was just going to drop like a rock. So I stayed right on him, pushed him to the win.
yeah, way to go. Anybody you want to thank? I know you got some sponsors.
I'd like to give a shout out to 76 Operators, Stocks Cayman LLC, and the iRacing Superstock League.
We'll have a good night. We'll see you in 2021 with this league. I'm sure we'll see you tomorrow night, though. You're on Tennessee Broadcasting. And finally, Aaron Mulrooney coming home first. Aaron, how'd it go, bud?
It went pretty well tonight. A number 14 Toyota Supra. Had to deal with some ups and downs at the beginning of the race. Like, let's take this as an example. My clutch pedal on my Fanatec pedals actually wasn't working earlier tonight, and I had to work through that, and I was able to get it fixed. And just had to work from the back, had to go into the options, getting all that fixed, and honestly, it was just basically a race of survival. There was some decent amount of crashes tonight, so
Yeah,
just
it's been
keeping the car in one piece.
It's been a crazy Thursday, man. When we tried to get the stream going, it was dropping off every time it started up, and then
Yeah.
I mean, just having all types of stuff. I think the weather and it being Thursday night had something to do with it.
Yeah, and Iverson came out with that patch today, so I don't know. It's computers, and it'll get fixed, but yeah, honestly, it was just basically keeping the car in one piece and being there at the end like we did for our win a couple weeks ago, and just happy to bring it home and win.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Congratulations on your win. I figured somebody in that outside line, man, if they'd have got hooked up, I was kind of worried for you, but I was glad you was able to pull it home.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, with how the momentum was shifting, I thought I was gonna probably end up getting second place, but on the last lap when I saw that crash happen in my rearview mirror, I just kind of kept looking forward and hoped that we could just, bring it home. And once I saw them kind of split coming off of 4 into different lanes, I just figured if I hold my line and, take up a little bit of the outside lane so they can't get me out there and take a little bit on the inside lane. So, kind of not really blocking, but just holding the ground essentially and just taking it home and just hoping the momentum carries me to victory. And it did tonight.
Yep, and congratulations there, Mulrooney, on your finish. We'll see you back here again in 2021. You got anybody else you want to thank before we let you roll?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the series sponsor, Equipment Geek, and I'd like to thank you, Joe, and Eddie for broadcasting.
Yeah, man. Watch it back. Share it with your friends. Get us some viewers. Let's go.
I will.
All right, Eddie. We're going to slide back into the booth. Have a good night, Aaron. See you in 2021. All right, Eddie. Well, that concludes tonight's broadcast here from Daytona and the Daytona NASCAR series. We'll see you tomorrow night. And Atlee, Man, Weiss, and Dustin Dean call it. Eddie, you going to run in that thing tomorrow?
Man, I'm in it because you're in it, brother.
I'm going
Gotta help you.
I'm in it. Am I going to be in it? I'm not sure. We'll see. I've been pinged to deploy, so we'll see. I'm gonna bring all my stuff with me, and hopefully I'll have the time and effort to get into it. We'll see. Might be setting up. Might be setting up this thing from a hotel room. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm taking it all with me though.
That butt kicker's gonna be disturbing the peace.
All right, and for Intensity Broadcasting, I'm Joe Wright. I've been joined tonight by both Matt Knight and Eddie Morris. If you want to watch, follow, subscribe on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. For Atlee Man Weiss, over and out.